It's Movie Time is produced by John DeSando. Read the full reviews online and listen to shows at WCBE.org.
I'm John DeSando.
I'm Hope Madden.
And this is his Movie Time.
It is indeed.
All right, Hope. Enough is enough. 4 Toy Stories? You can't be serious. I mean, is it something where you should say, hey, don't bother to go? Or, what is it? Toy Story 4?
It is Toy Story 4. And I think, a lot of people feel the same way because Toy Story 3 closed that arc so beautifully, that all of us were like, okay, let's just not even touch this. And then it made literally $1 billion. It made $1 billion. And they were like, you know what? I think we're still interested in what Woody has to say.
Well, was that when Woody was forsaken? I mean, that his child Andy went off to college.
He did. He went to college, and he gave the whole box of toys to a little girl named Bonnie.
Oh yeah.
And the whole audience bawled, myself included. That's funny. I think it's hard to talk. I mean, Toy Story 3 was just a masterpiece.
Yes,
it really was. And there were multiple times in that movie where I was racked with tears, just sobbing in the theater. And it is hard then to allow yourself to revisit something that perfect.
Yes.
But man, Toy Story 4 is a ton of fun.
I think it is. Now, my recollection is not as good as yours, but I think it's every bit as good as 3. Or let's just say it doesn't compromise the franchise at all.
No, I think you're right.
Adds to it.
I know. I think you're. I'm not sure I would put it at the same level as 3, but because it doesn't, I think, pack the same emotional wallop. But you know what it does? There are more laugh out loud moments in Toy Story 4 than in the other 3 combined. It's hysterical.
Oh, listen, I've already committed myself to going back again, and I never do that.
Nice.
There's always a new movie to see, but I say, I missed so many good lines.
Just for laughing.
I did. Or that they toss them off so well.
They do. They do.
They have a little comment here or there, and I'm going, I said, that's pretty bright.
Oh, yeah. It was so smart. It was just delightful. And what I think is interesting about it, too, is that, well, it does have a lot more outright jokes, just laugh out loud moments. The story itself is kind of, I think, surprisingly heady because it's basically existential angst, right? Existential dread. Woody just doesn't know his purpose.
Woody is just the perfect example.
He is.
He's a toy Jean-Paul Sartre. This guy is constantly worried about his place in the world.
He is.
He's worried about everybody else.
Yep. Yep. And then they introduced the new toy, Bonnie's favorite toy, Forky, which is a spork that she pasted some googly eyes and a pipe cleaner onto, and now it's her favorite toy.
Do you think these people sit around smoking something? Because that is too brilliant.
It is. Well, and the other thing that's great is that he's the perfect counterpoint to Woody because he cannot figure out why he's not trash. He's supposed to be trash. He wants to be trash.
He's trying to go back.
Right, which is hysterical. Woody just keeps trying to drag him back out of the trash can, but that's the other thing that's funny is that so he's also very whopper-jawed in terms of what his purpose is, and that's really what drives the film, which is great. But, oh my God, there are so many funny lines.
And Hope, one of the more poignant parts of this for me is that Woody at some point has to face that he doesn't have the same role anymore. Mm-hmm. And I think best exemplified by his star.
Yeah.
Which is really, if you think about it, just such a small thing on a toy. Mm-hmm. But say, changing that star from him to somebody else, for instance, this is very difficult for Woody.
Yeah.
And so I love the humanity of it.
Yes. Yeah, which is ironic, obviously, since we're talking about a bunch of toys. But that's really, I think that's what the whole franchise does so well.
Yes.
And that's the thing, too. I mean, the voice talent in this has always been spectacular. And they add some great new voices. Key and Peele are both in it, and they're hysterical.
They are great.
But I think Tom Hanks, from the very first one, which is 24 years ago, oh my God, I think he's proven that you can take an animated character and just do voice work and create one of the most memorable characters in film.
I sat there listening to the nuances of his voice, and I couldn't even capture the brilliance of it. And remembering that when I was in Sun Valley, Idaho, last week at my granddaughter's graduation, he was buying another condo. And I heard it was to store skis. I said to myself, well, how many millions do you think he made just voicing Toy Story?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
But anyway, yes, regardless of that,
Yeah.
his talent is enormous.
It's amazing. It's incredible.
Yeah, and Tim Allen is no slouch either.
I know, and there's so much subtlety to this movie. It's just so magnificent and generous, I think, for the creative talent here for what is essentially a children's movie. I mean, it's as good as any film you're going to see this year. It honestly, honest to God, it is going to rank right up there in terms of writing and performance and certainly visuals. And I don't mean any other animated film. I mean any movie that comes out this year.
And I'll tell you, I'll add just a little bit to what you're saying by the maturity of this film.
Mm-hmm.
The maturity is such that it actually makes Titanic pale. That is, I'm thinking of the two of them on the top at the carnival, and kind of saying goodbye to everybody, and which is so sad. And I'm thinking then of the two on the prow of the ship and all that. But that how inevitable it is that their love should have a certain fruition.
Yes.
You know,
and of course you're talking about Bo Peep.
Thank you.
So they go on a road trip and he stumbles across Bo Peep, who'd been given away years ago, right? And she's now emancipated. He thinks, oh no, she's a lost toy. No, she's not. She's chosen this life, and it's a really interesting and refreshing, I think, direction to take.
Yes, and so normal, so natural. I've just moved by the two of them, and so unmushy.
Oh yeah,
And how they move these characters to the moment that you perfectly accept. They're just toys, but they're in love.
Right.
But they're not silly about it.
No.
They're still much concerned about everybody else.
About everybody else.
And I think she's one of the great heroines of the year.
She is. She's and I think that the inevitable breakup, which again, I mean, this movie doesn't pack the emotional wallop of Toy Story 3, but it's moving when you're like, what about Buzz? Everybody's like, wait a minute, where's Buzz? Yeah, I cried. I did. I'm not going to lie to you.
Well, Hope Madden, the film is Toy Story 4. What grade would you give it?
A+.
Look at you. Well, I'm still going to say I'm not giving a plus, but I'll tell you I'm giving one heck of a strong A.
Nice.
And I guess we both can say, don't fear. If you're an adult, go and bring a little tissue with you.
Yes, do it.